Welcome back to another game. We're 2170 now, so pretty good going, and we get d4. Relatively late today playing the game, and see if my brain can concentrate at all. Okay, so we just get the kind of standard setup. We've gone for three pawns in the centre. Okay, they've gone for the 4 pawns. How do you play against this? Bishop out, probably move. c5. Castles. Use castle. We'll see what's in store for us. Pretty terrifying. Right. So one option is to go there and try and pin. Is this bishop going to be useful potentially in the game? c5 has got to be thematic. We've got to break down the centre somehow. Let's do a c5, and then, you know, I want to do castle first to have this. Okay. So this, we can put pressure here. e6. e5. Rook e8. b5. a6, b5. This is fine. We want to prepare some kind of e push, whether it's e6 or e5. I haven't really worked out. So I think e6, because it's the d5 pawn I want to go after. I mean, my bishop has been somewhat liberated, which is good. So e6. Kind of weakened the dark squares around my king. I've kind of gone for a bit of a light squared complex here. So maybe it would have been smart to get my bishop out back here. They didn't do anything. So takes. I think we're going to trade. I'm going to take too long on that one. Open up my bishop again. And see which way they're going to commit. Whether they go this way. Maybe we then play on the queen side. Or maybe we try and trade off bishops, which might be quite smart. Take control of e4. Always worried about the e5 push, but I think we're okay for now. Yeah, so I think b6 is a move here. Queen here could be viable. I like this idea of getting my bishop on a6. I'm trading it. Do I, or do I just want to push? We'll go this way. I'll be a bit more flexible because I'm thinking I can get this and then this in. You know, I can take control of the diagonal maybe. Maybe they do. They put their bishop here. I don't know. I don't know where the bishop really wants to sit. Because if they do play that, I can play my knight here. Maybe I should have looked at this. I'm fine at the moment. Yeah. So b5 now is not a move. Extra pressure on here. I can do this, but it's not super useful. Play queen here. Maybe do this. Maybe just send our bishop out. No, I'm not a big fan of that. Maybe b5. Maybe b5 is the way to go. Maybe play a5. No, that doesn't feel right either. I need to develop the knight. So here, knight there and there. Okay, they can play a5 next. Do I just develop my bishop? Don't think so. You know, if the bishop moves, we've got queen here. Which I think it's material. I think it picks up this pawn. Also got this kind of discovery battery line if I should need it. Maybe knight wants to come here. Yeah, I've got to be wary of like f5, e5. I think white's got more play than me. White's definitely in a better position than me. I'm kind of happy to see a5. Now I can play b5. If they take, I think that's okay. Maybe if they take, I take with the queen. Yeah, knight or queen. Queen's kind of useful. The king moves. And maybe knight's most useful, isn't it? And then maybe we run the a pawn off. Some options of this at the right time. So he backs off voluntarily. We can go here. down a bit on the clock, so we'll just play semi-sensible moves as we see them. This is a bit of a weakness. I'm thinking like long term, my strategy's got to be pushing one of these guys before opponent can do some stuff over here. So where would this knight like to sit? This would be the dream square, or this would be a dream square, wouldn't it? But pathing that is not so easy. Yeah, so I get a knight there, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But that would require hitting a6. So it'd be like there, there. It's 4 moves to get there. Or 2 if you can go this way, but yeah. It makes sense just getting the king out of the way. Maybe queen here. Maybe bishop there. I'm fine with the trade, I think. I think that's fine. My light square bishop's not got great involvement in the game. It's kind of blockaded out of the middle. It connects my pawns back up and hopefully gives me a bit of an advance down the queen side. We shall see. Gives my knight a nice square. I was thinking with queen. Makes the most sense, but and try and find like an infiltration point. There looks good. Knight here, but okay, this is just loose now, right? This just loses the pawn. I take here, and I also uncork this. I take here, and there's potential threats of this. Yeah, I just crash through the middle. I think that's a big mistake. I think I'm picking up this pawn. This is loose. Okay, this is really good. That's a big pawn for them to lose. So I've got knight and queen on this. I've got a bishop on this. They can maybe play this. Then we go here. We definitely pick this up. Okay, so these pawns are going to become super strong in a minute. If they let me take here, then this B pawn is going to be really strong. If I take in the centre, my D pawn is going to be really strong. Like if I can push this pawn up here and this pawn here, that's going to be crushing. I just need to be careful I don't concede many threats around here. Okay. So I can take here. My queen. Any reason not to do that? Don't think so. Other option is rook here to gain a tempo, but don't think there's no, because then queen can come here. We don't really want to trade, so I think queen takes. Good enough. This bishop's kind of a key piece. It could be annoying, like a knight here on these 2 pawns. This here now, this here now, this here now. Queen here, right there. Just drop the queen back to here. Knight here. Maybe just queen back. Just get out of the way of anything stupid. Knight up here will be my next move. Maybe I should have played that before. Maybe there'll be some back rank issues for them. I can always retreat my rook all the way back to e8 or e7 to kind of cut off their plans. Okay. I can play knight here, winning a tempo on the bishop, threatening this square. My rook's still hanging. So this could have been a tactic, but not now that I can take with the knight. So yeah, bishop attacked, and this square is attacked. And this pawn is attacked. I was going to say, I don't think I necessarily need to pick it up to go 3 pawns up. My ones that I've got are more than adequate of promoting by themselves. I just basically just need to liquidate. If I can get queens off and rooks off, then it's job done. Queen's the main one. Rooks would be a nice bonus. But yeah, so this is a threat, this is a threat, this pawn here is a threat. Yep, so they're forced back, and now I can take if I want to. The rook here seems quite inviting, seems really inviting, doesn't it? I'm thinking that takes. Oh, I've blundered. Oh, I thought I had. But I definitely. No, it's fine. I can take with the bishop, even if. No, actually, that's nothing. Because the queen takes here. So yeah, I was thinking knight takes. Hmm. Yeah. Probably play that a bit too quick, didn't I? So it takes there. I think I'm coming back. Maybe to e8. Cover the check to the back. Yeah, I played that too quick. this to get rid of my bishop, which I don't really like at all. Or here. Here. Queen here. Queen here. Can't take the pawn. Trading queens is good. No fork. Yeah, this is better, isn't it? This is better. Can't escape around the back. Okay, kind of got away with that, I think. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Got a strong attack on this pawn, which is not so easy. I have to push it, I think. So I think I'm picking up a pawn, right? Takes, rook takes, takes, rook takes. Or there. I think I take the bishop. Okay. Take there, lose there. Anything better? I'd love to be able to get a check in, but there isn't one available. Take there and lose there. This is okay, like we're up 3 pawns. I just need to be careful of a knight infiltration. So I'm thinking rook here, but then rook back there. So maybe we just push. No, knight, because there, if knight there, we swing across, and that's game over. There, we can push. Yeah, I like this. You can check. I bring the bishop back. And you can't. If I go there, check there, knight comes here. I can take the pawn. Threatening mate. Okay, here. I think it's okay. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe I'll play that first. We're definitely in control. 2 pawns on both sides of the board. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Because then on this, no, what are you playing on that? Takes, takes. Takes, pawn takes, probably. He's got to be careful about getting back ranked. My rook is also in a box, but it's okay because it can work its way out. Also, if takes, maybe check is the way. Knight there, bishop there, game over, yeah? So you can't take. and like that there. You can check, and then here, and then nothing. Push a pawn, check there. And you can get the pawn back at the end of the line. Yeah. You can't take the pawn, you lose your knight. And if you do nothing, I win the pawn. If you try and pin me, I can take with the rook. This is good. I think this picks up our third pawn. Okay. Interesting. What if I just go here with my bishop? Do I want my bishop in there? In there? I think so. I think my bishop is better there. I might end up with double pawns, but I should have enough, shouldn't I? If I could land my bishop on that square when things are traded, then the knight becomes powerless. Yeah, so he'll have to, even if I end up with double pawns, okay. So I think I take with the rook. What do I do? Can I take with the pawn? Might even be able to take with the pawn. Take with the pawn, you bring it there. Maybe taking with the pawn better, so I've got a rook to play with, but equally this, if I can take the rooks off, it's got to be safer. So takes, knight there, pawn up. My pawn is staying there. Yeah, we'll simplify this way. We'll simplify this way. Yeah, we push. And maybe we push this pawn. Do I need to push that pawn? I push this pawn now. So if I go here and then get my bishop here, the knight can never move. So let's do that. There and bishop there. Okay. So the knight can never move now, right? And then I can just do 3 on 2 over this side at my leisure. I can either, maybe I want to just advance some pawns just to be, like, cause even if he gets takes and king takes, I can promote the pawn. So yeah, the king can never move. Maybe I want this one on the dark square just to make sure I don't lose all my pawns on this side. Don't mate myself. I'll push this to keep it on the dark square. Maybe I just get more on the dark square complex as well. Make it impossible to lose. So this whole game was just the central pawn. We blundered the central pawn, which we picked up, and then our pieces just flowed through. We're able to trade off, and then this knight is in jail. If it ever trades off, it's doomed. It can't go anywhere else. Anywhere it goes, it can get taken. Even if the king can retake, it can't cover the b1 square. Or it can kind of sit there, right? It could trade and sit there. So I think push here, here. Dark squares have got to be my friend. Okay. He comes forward, I push. He's got nowhere to go. I just need to make sure I leave myself a path. Can even zigzag him as when I want to. The bishop cuts off. It's like even if he wants to try and jockey between these two squares, I can take it away, because if he goes back here, I take away the square. Now we can't protect f5, if that's even something I want to do. So I've got two threats, right? One going after the knight, or going after the pawns. We don't need to pre-move. Don't need to do anything silly. But yeah, if it takes the bishop, we take back with the pawn. He can take there, but we promote. I think even if all the material liquidated here, this 3-on-2 would still be good enough, I would have thought. Yeah, we'd be able to pick up the pawns and promote something. Okay, so now we can come in this way. Here, here. Or here, here. And this, we play this. Okay, and this, we go here. Maybe even king here, we can throw ours out here. Or we check. Takes, takes. Takes there. Or just here, and you've got to... Yes, this feels clean. No stalemate, because the king can always come out this way. Knight's still trapped. And there we go. Nice. So pretty smooth in the second half. definitely worse, I think, out of the opening. So let's have a look at that. Interesting playing against the 4 pawns. Is it the bayonet? I don't know. So 3 pawns. Fine. 4 pawns. Does it show me if it's got a name? Yeah, okay. King's Indian 4 pawns. Fine. So castle is most played. That's what engine likes. Knight out. Cool. C5 is the right plan. Yeah. And D5. E6 is the right plan. Oh, I didn't play E6. I played rook E8. And then E6. Taking is correct. C4. Ah, okay. So I can kind of grab space immediately with C4, and because if they take, we can take the pawn here. That becomes good for us. And if they retreat back, then we can play B5. Okay, same idea. You play B5 immediately. Yeah, and we achieved the kind of aim that we're after. Fine. So I could have got what I wanted if I was thinking a bit clearer. Yeah. Played this, which allowed A4, which is the right move. So this is like +1. Yeah, I was kind of happy to see A5 because it after no, if it went to queen takes. Interesting. Still +5, yeah. +0.5, sorry. Okay, this is the first time we now get an advantage. So taking allows our pawns to connect. And after we trade here, so this pawn is now under attack. And we can probably mount a bit of pressure on it. We just didn't deal with it, so this is now a big advantage to us. -2.4. We snap there, trade off a bit. Win another pawn, -3.5. Rook over. That was fine. I thought it was a bit passive, but it's fine. Yeah, I could have used gold, the extra pawn. This is fine. So we get queens off here, -4, and once queens are off, it's a combination of the engine evaluation with their chances of winning. I think with the queens off, they've got no chance in this game anymore. We liquidate some more material. We trade the pawns, go here. Fine, yep, C4. Doesn't want you to just take, but I think in setting the bishop move in doesn't really change an awful lot. Pawn takes, I think it's stronger. Rook takes is still -5. The knight went into jail. Okay, F5. I think my move is practically the best one that I play 10 times out of 10 in a real game. Bishop C3 just locks it in, makes it impossible to lose now. And then from, yeah, I'm not going to go through the rest, it's just kind of shuffling around. So, yeah, awesome. That was a pretty clean win. Nice, thanks for watching.